You can feel it before the first bounce. That buzz in the air, that hum through Adelaide Oval. Because when Izak Rankine lines up, something's coming. He's not the underdog anymore. No fresh pick, no wild card. Now he walks out wearing the weight of expectation. Every time he touches the footy, there's noise. From the crowd, from the media, from the blokes in the outer, and from inside his own chest. The pressure's real, and it's loud. But here's what sets him apart. He doesn't dodge it, he runs through it. There was a play, deep in the forward half. Ball hits the deck, 3 defenders scramble. Rankine scoops it up, shimmies left, burns right, and snaps it through from the pocket. No time, no space, just instinct. The crows lift, the crowd erupts, and the camera catches his face, calm, focused, like this is exactly where he's meant to be. I love that moment where it's just you in the game, he told Fox Footy. No second guessing, just full tilt. That's Rankine now. No panic, no fluff. Just clean footy, big moments, and that spark that turns matches. Opposition coaches plan for him, fans rise for him, and teammates, they trust him to light it up when it matters. Because when things get tight and the match needs a jolt, he's the bloke who answers. He's not out there to impress. He's out there to own it. And every time he pulls on the Guernsey, he reminds the comp, this isn't luck, it's earned. If this yarn gave you chills, sling it to a mate. Back the channel, hit that bell, 'cause this is just getting started. This is what Izak Rankine brings to footy, every damn time. He's the match winner, the showstopper, the electric finisher. But even for Izak Rankine, the road hasn't been smooth. There were weeks when the touches dried up, when the critics circled like hawks, when even the fans wondered, is he still that bloke? And Rankine felt it, not just on the track, not just in post-game media, in the gut, in the silence after a rough one. You finish up, Guernsey heavy with sweat, tape around the boots, and all you hear is your own breath and your doubts. He copped it all. He's flashy but not tough enough. Can't do it 4 quarters. Goes missing when it counts. But here's the truth. Every great player gets torn down before they rise. There was one match where nothing stuck. Fumbles, missed tackles. He walked off knowing the cameras were already rolling highlights for the wrong reasons. That night, he didn't scroll socials, didn't watch the replays. He just sat, quiet, and reminded himself of who he was when no one was watching. I don't need to prove anyone wrong, he said to the advertiser. I just need to prove myself right. From there, it shifted. He stopped waiting for perfect, started chasing the dirty work, chase down tackles, gut running, defending first, scoring second. No more chasing applause, just chasing the footy. He turned the volume down on the noise and tuned into what mattered. Effort, grit, intent. Footy's not built for those who want comfort. It's built for the ones who dig in when it gets ugly. And Rankine, he didn't fold. He didn't flinch. He fought back like a crow should. If you've ever had to silence your own doubts, this one's for you. Don't sit in the stands. Back us with a sub and a bell tap. Because the comeback stories, they're the ones that stick. There's no warning, no build-up music, just that 1 second where instinct kicks in and everything changes. For Izak Rankine, it wasn't a press conference. It wasn't a headline. It was a moment on the grass. The Crows were locked in a scrap. Nothing was sticking. Momentum? Gone. Then it happened. Loose ball on the wing. Rankine charges, one bounce, then another. He burns 2 defenders down the line. Snaps from the arc, across his body. Goal. The stadium lifts. Not because it was pretty, because it was gutsy. because it felt like he ripped the game back with his bare hands. That wasn't just a highlight, it was a message. I'm here, and I'm not done. From there, things clicked. He started showing up in the big moments, not waiting for them, creating them. That smother in the dying seconds, that forward half pressure that caused a turnover, that handball through traffic to set up a match winner. The kind of stuff that doesn't always make the news, but wins the bloody game. He was no longer playing as the X factor. He became the heartbeat, and you could see it on his teammates' faces. Trust, respect, belief. When he flew for that overhead mark and came down hard, he bounced back like it was nothing. Because for Rankine, footy's not a stage, it's a fight, and every match is a chance to swing. There are days where the ball feels like part of you, he said once, and those are the days you've gotta lead. He's not waiting for the spotlight anymore, he's dragging it with him. So, if you know what it feels like to turn the tide, to shift something in silence, you're already in this story. Reckon this one's worth a watch? Flick it to your crew, tap that bell, because this is how momentum gets made. You don't play footy just to make noise, you play to make it count. And Rankine, he figured that out real quick. You don't play footy just to make noise, you play to make it count. And Rankine, he figured that out real quick. He doesn't need to scoreboard pad. He doesn't care if the stat sheet's pretty. Because he knows footy is won in the between moments, the second efforts, the off-ball movement, the guts to defend first, attack second. That's how you build trust. That's how you build a game. Coaches noticed, teammates leaned in, and fans, they started seeing him different. Not just highlight material, match material. He's not out there to dazzle anymore. He's out there to deliver. Rankine started picking his moments like a veteran. No rush, no panic. But when it's time, he rips the heart out of a game. From pocket snaps to chase down tackles. From cool heads under fire to fiery bursts when the team's flat. He's become reliable chaos. You don't need 10 touches, he told Fox Footy. You need the right 5. And he's been proving it, week in, week out. This isn't hype. This isn't a run of form. This is what happens when a player owns who they are and brings it with intent. If that hit you in the guts, you know what to do. Pass it down the line, tap the bell, and back the story. Because this isn't footy fantasy. This is what clutch looks like. You can chase goals, you can chase glory, but the ones who leave something behind, they chase meaning. And Izak Rankine, he's not chasing flash anymore, he's chasing something bigger. The game changed for him the moment he stopped playing to impress and started playing to influence. He's not out there screaming for the ball, he's screaming through effort, through how he tackles, how he moves when no one's watching, how he lifts the blokes around him without saying a word. There's a moment fans won't forget. Crows were under siege. Rankine tracked back 40, laid the smother, scrambled back up, and pushed the line forward. It wasn't in the highlights, but it was in the shift, and every fan in the outer felt it. He's not just here for the show anymore. He's here to carry. He's become the example. To the young kid in the bush, to the half-forward struggling to break through, to the fan who watches footy and remembers why they fell in love with it in the first place. You gotta back yourself, even when no one else does, Rankine told The Age. That's how I play. That's who I am. That's the message. No fluff, no drama. Just show up, back your gut, and go full tilt. Every damn time. And that's the legacy he's crafting. Not with medals, but with moments. So if this hit you like a clean mark under lights, pass it on, kick it forward. Sub up if you felt it, but more than that, keep showing up. The game's still got room for blokes like you.